artists, and welcome to day 53 of the epic journey. I'm Dalene FM, and today we're going to just revisit the little drawing I did yesterday. I've had a request from one of the artists on the group to give you some of the footage in real time. The reason being that it appears when the footage is sped up that I'm some kind of superhuman and that there's not a lot of thought that's going into it, and that the artist can't really see what I'm doing. So, and it's probably a good point. I think when the footage is sped up, it does look like I've drawn this drawing in a matter of minutes, but it is in fact a very slow and deliberate process. Now, I can't show you the entire range of footage because that would probably take about 2.5 hours to go through the whole drawing if we went through the whole thing in real time. So what I've done is I've just given little snippets. The bit that you're watching at the moment is the eyelashes. You can see that I'm putting them on quite deliberately. The bit previous to this was putting the eyelashes on quite lightly, as you will see in the sped up footage, and then going back and slightly thickening them up because at the scale eyelashes are quite thick. But placing the eyelashes and placing the hairs of the eyebrows is quite a deliberate motion. You're considering each small little hair and the shadows that they're casting on the hairs below them. Now, if you remember from yesterday's video, I had gone over the entire piece of paper with some charcoal to tone it. Then I had done the major work in charcoal, so in areas like the dark corner of the eye, that was relatively quick because it was placing charcoal and then blending it with my fingertip. At this stage, I'm now going with much more detail with the charcoal pencil to get the sharper, fine hairs in. When I start working with the charcoal pencil, I'm actually being quite deliberate. I'm trying to keep the shading quite sharp. It's one of the hallmarks of reflections that they're quite sharp. There's not a lot of blending, so you'll get some soft blending, but most of your reflections will have some quite hard light on them. The sharpness of your reflections help to communicate the dampness or the glossiness of the subject that you're drawing. Now you'll notice the light eyelashes at the top that are catching the light are much softer. They're not nearly as sharp as the reflections on the eyeball themselves because they don't have the same kind of glossy or damp texture. But once again, drawing the highlights on the eyelashes is a deliberate placement of the highlight and blending it to a point that is enough but not too much, as opposed to the blending that I'm doing underneath to catch a bit of light. It's a soft light on the flesh, so that will be blended in a lot more than the eyelashes or the dampness of the eye would be. So artists, I hope that helps to explain the deliberate motion with which one has to draw, and that I'm no superhuman. This drawing was as deliberate for me as it would have been for anybody else. It simply appears to be that way in the sped up footage. Artists, if you have any more questions regarding this drawing, please by all means drop me a line. I'll be happy to answer your questions for you. And if you wouldn't mind helping me like and share and spread it around the internet, and don't forget the YouTube channel. And I will see you tomorrow in day 54. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye. That's what you want to do.